Cindy Sheehan was just arrested at the White House for protesting the Afghan war. Not allowed to protest without a permit. They don't issue permits. Josh Smith is associate of Cindy Sheehan. Again, we met him at the G20 in Pittsburgh. And they are the true anti-war people. As Obama expands the war, the military gripes at him for not enough troops to give him left cover, to give a false choice. Josh, tell us what just happened there in D.C.
We came to the White House, Alex, with 300 to 400 people. We were just protesting directly across from Lafayette Park at the fence of the White House. We had 4 main groups with us, which were Veterans for Peace, World Can't Wait, and the March of Death group. They do a kind of a performance act.
With the coffins.
Yes, coffins, and they all lay down in the white mask. And Cindy chained herself to the fence. And they went after her first, and they took everybody off the sidewalk with the big horses and threatened to, basically run you over. And
in China, they would stop with the tanks. Not at G20, not here. They'll go ahead and run you over. They'll go ahead and attack you. They'll come up to women, full power with a billy club, and I've watched police over and over again, just with every bit of power. Yeah! You're just like really trying to kill you. And that's like, yeah, I love the police. I love the military. They work for the foreign banks. Rape us. We love it. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, Alex, and we were initially warned many times to get off the sidewalk. We were pushed into the streets. Then we were pushed off the streets back into Lafayette Park. Then we had our lawyers from the National Lawyer Guild come out and contest everything that they were trying to do against us. They backed off for a while, but then they rolled in buses, about 3 buses, and they're still putting people in there now. I just saw David Swanson, the writer, author. He was just arrested and put in a bus. They're arresting women. There's many priests that are in handcuffs
and
right
they
now.
said at the G22, no protest allowed. We have the police chief on video. This is the new America.
They told us we did not have a permit. We pulled out a pocket copy of the Constitution, and we told them, here's our permit right here.
I talked to a guy yesterday. The police came in his house without a warrant. And he said, hey, I have a Constitution. And the guy said, what are you, one of them truthers? So, they just flip out. Stay there for 1 minute, sir. We're going to come back, get some more news from you. Then I promise we're going to go to your calls and take a lot of them at 1-800-259-9231. We just reached the halfway point in transmission.
Do you understand how dark it is? How far down the line we are? How late it is?
All right, Cindy Sheehan dared, not allowed to protest in D.C., not allowed to protest at G20. I've been in D.C. several times the last few years. You can be 200 yards away from the Washington Monument. They walk over and say, no videotaping. And, of course, if you call the city, they then say, well, there's no permit to tape. They don't care. They've been told to let you know you are lower than dirt. You will be harassed more in D.C. than you will be in Beijing, outside the Forbidden City. This is not land of the free, home of the brave, folks. And they're letting you know you're here to pay money to offshore banks and to give your kids over to CPS and to supply kids for the military. That's it. You think you're allowed to have free association? You think you're allowed to protest? Well, we're allowed to fracture your skull with a billy club. Josh Smith finishing up with the police state you're witnessing as they're arresting peaceful protesters at Lafayette Park across the street from the Puppet House.
Yes, very much, Alex. Cindy Sheehan is arrested. I want to make it very clear that here in D.C. today and at the G20 in Pittsburgh, the only people instigating any conflict or any violence are the police.
Well, they've got a severe hatred of this country. That's what I've noticed is they revel in what they do. They enjoy it.
They are itching to attack you. They're itching to arrest you. They are fascists. They are Hitler's wet dream, Alex.
I know, and that doesn't mean all police, but whoever they're selecting for these riot teams or for these police squads, these protest squads, whoever they're, or maybe it's the mass psychology, I don't know, but Rob Dew has been officially charged, by the way. They charged him, They charged him for the 24th, not the 25th, the Friday that he was at. They blocked him off at a park, wouldn't let him leave, and then arrested him. It's all on video. He wasn't even at the university the 24th. They have charged him with that. Wrong day, wrong place, and they don't care. They say, we're going to court with it, and it doesn't matter if we got the wrong day down. We don't care. I mean, they're just, well, I don't know what to say. So
I was down at the event Friday night where Rob was. I met up with Jason. I witnessed all sorts of the forces, police forces, military forces. I witnessed them attacking peaceful, innocent bystanders who were just watching what was going on.
Yeah, they came on to the university, and the news reported went into dorms looking for people.
Yes.
Because, see, the cops discovered they would go down empty streets, L-ratting little kids in their front yard. We have photos and videos. So they would think, where can we find people in Pittsburgh out at night? The university. And
yes,
go ahead.
They were chasing people back into the neighborhood and back across the dorms. And as they came across the dorms, they were still firing tear gas. I stood directly next to two students who were shot with beanbag rounds. It was the most fascist, horrible thing I've ever seen.
Well, I've told you, they will put us in pits and put lead into us. Many of these people have ordered. They want to. To them, it's a macho hunting. They've taken their regular hunting instincts, their predator instincts, and place it onto their fellow humans. That's what unjust war is. It's a war of aggression. It is preemptive war against the people. They know the banks are going to steal everything, and they know we're going to resist. And so they're trying to intimidate us. Well, as soon as Cindy gets out, we'd like to have her on this week with us. Fire out the website for folks that want to try to give Cindy some support.
Cindy Sheehan, soapbox.com is her website. Also, Alex, I'd like to say that Cindy has just announced the International People's Declaration of Peace, which she just read in front of the White House.
And got arrested for.
Correct.
And again, don't have the neighbor kids over with your kids. You're not allowed to without a government license. And don't have a garage sale or you'll get arrested. Don't sell eggs on a street corner, you get arrested. And but if you're a foreign illegal mercenary, 14-time felon, you're good. It's the criminal's world. We'll be right back with your calls.